Being yourself. Everyone has or should have certain principles by which he or she lives and conducts business. But more sins are committed in the name of principle than in almost any other I can think of. Principle is too often a convenient cover up word for bruised ego. There are a lot of insensitive, insulting people out there, and I think there are occasions when it's certain actions in the name of bruised ego. But don't call it principle if it isn't. That's a dangerous form of self deception. Speaking of deception, there's a big difference between play acting and miscasting yourself. The difference should be obvious, but if there's ever any confusion over when to play a role and when to be yourself, stick with the latter. Obviously, a great deal of role playing goes on in business. If you consistently present your upfront warts and all self, you are not going to be very effective. The key is to come across as your best self by playing a role that features your strongest business qualities and hides your worst. The classic own worst enemy cases are those people who don't know the difference between honesty and tact. Everyone's heard the twist on the cliche. Honesty is not always the best policy. I think that's misleading, implying that sometimes in business it's okay to lie. It is more appropriate and more accurate to say honesty can be mitigated, couching the truth in such a way that it is neither insulting nor self destructive. The other extreme is being too anxious to please. I have seen people playing a role, get on a roll. Pretty soon they are saying things they can't possibly back up and promising things they can't possibly deliver. Once you can't deliver what you promise, you are perceived as lacking authority, and the ultimate impression you end up creating is one of weakness.